Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, July 1, 2022. Neptune has just turned retrograde, and it's better to let things flow so that you can observe and determine your next move intuitively. This year, this cycle lasts until December 3rd, and you get the chance for some level of peace about a disappointment from the past. Neptune's station can make it hard to concentrate temporarily, but it's a good time to notice where you've lacked inspiration. It will be your mission to reconnect with what inspires you going forward. Today's strong for special attention to your inner world, despite a sense that a matter is up in the air. You're seeking a healthy escape from the usual fare, and emotional refreshment is easier to find than expected. Before the moon concludes its journey through sentimental Cancer in your emotionally driven fourth house of innermost feelings, it will harmonize with freedom-loving Uranus via your stability-seeking second house of comfort, finances, and value systems. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, you're more than likely looking for the real deal, and you're not about to settle for anything less. Keep in mind that in addition to being in your feelings, the moon's opposition to Pluto will likely shed light on the darker aspects of your romantic partnership, perhaps with regards to power struggles and mysteries that have not yet been addressed. How can you make smart financial decisions? The flow of your financial status may change readily as the moon in Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus. Reactive and slightly unstable, the sextile implies that there could be some last-minute changes to your budget. Unexpected expenses could pop up, demanding your attention as you may need to pay these off readily. The sextile could also imply that an intuitive decision could lead to financial success, like an unanticipated raise or even finding money unexpectedly. No matter what, try to maintain some sort of financial stability. Watch out for the ugly green monster today. It can rear up before you get the word jealousy out of your mouth if you're not on guard for it. Almost all situations that cause this feeling are born out of insecurity. If you aren't secure in your job, relationship, or family, and feel threatened by someone else, it's time to take a look at the root cause. Consider why you don't feel as solid as you could. What's causing the insecurity for you? Look for answers rather than lashing out. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts, and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. You might start the day full of sass, but by the end of the afternoon, you'll be so bogged down in petty details that you might forget your own name. It's just a phase, though. If the response you get from prospective dates is not always positive, consider how your approach might be improved. You may want to ask what you could change about yourself. Becoming more self-aware can help you understand what to change, or at least help you appreciate another's point of view or not. Today may be filled with some crazy emotional ups and downs for you. Overall, there seems to be an intense cloud that is seeping into every part of your day. Don't try to fool people in any way. They will see right through you. Bursts of positive energy will be popping out of nowhere to remind you of your more important purpose. Try not to get so bogged down in the heaviness of the day that you fail to spot the opportunities when they arise. Let your creativity shine during this dysprosium. You are sure to find yourself in a positive, upbeat mood with the presence of this energy in the air. You will be able to handle most anything that comes your way, as this vibration brings a spirit of enjoying the moment. Chances are you won't want to deal with any large problems. Exploring an artistic outlet will draw you. Try to go with the flow of this day and enjoy yourself. Just before leaving your home and family sector and wrapping up the new moon here 2 days ago, the moon's clash with Pluto in your career sector will deliver its monthly work-life balance reminders, and with perfect timing. Not only will the moon end the day in a more fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart, but with the first planetary activity for the year here just around the corner. Yet this comes just as things are set to fire up across the income, work, and career fronts from early next week. Things shift gear a little today, with the moon returning to your romantic sector in time to end the week on a romantic note. With no planetary activity in your romantic sector since the Sun left last August, these romantically charged lunar vibes are always a welcome sight, but this time they come with a sense of anticipation, with the first planetary activity this year just around the corner. Our eyes in the sky. It can enable spiritual or emotional bypassing, yet it can also help us to gain perspective regarding situations that are typically too charged for us to assess objectively. This is one of those times where compartmentalization can be a helpful technique, as it frees us from self-imposed obligations to canonize our past. Instead of assuming that we are bound to replay the same traumas over and over again, we recognize that we have the authority to change how we tell our stories. This will be a somewhat unconscious process today, organically occurring as we go about interacting with friends, coworkers, and acquaintances. We simply tell our story differently, and this action creates change. Using new words prompts different recollections, and the way we share with others creates a holistic ripple effect. Meanwhile, Saturn in Aquarius loves innovation but might be slow to put changes into effect, knowing that true progress is never achieved overnight. Yet, when these two influences come together in a sextile, they harmoniously play off each other. Mars encourages Saturn's propensity for experimentation. Saturn checks Mars' instinct to run into the fray without proper protection. This is a great aspect to use for initiatives where we must put our heads down and focus. Although we will not likely reach our projected target today, this Mars-Saturn permeates us with the confidence that we will achieve our aims if we work diligently towards their realization. This makes us want to get lost in the waves of love and emotion. Be careful about trusting people who don't deserve it. This can excite sexual prowess and heighten sex drive. It also shortens tempers, so try to avoid meltdowns and drama if you can. A good way to deal with this energy is to meditate or count to 10 before confronting anyone. This can help alleviate the situation and melt away stress. By the end of the day, you could feel worn out and tired. Give yourself a rest, some love, and a glass of wine. The moon in Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. This is the sign of its exaltation, suggesting an easy flow of instinctual, nurturing energy. Over the next 2 days, we are encouraged to connect with our senses and practice mindfulness. Seek radical presence and keep things simple. The past is gone. The future is yet to be. Acknowledge the tether between your emotions and your environment, and ground into the moment. In the late afternoon, the Cancer Sun forms a quincunx to Saturn in Aquarius, which might dampen our spirits. We may sense a looming crisis, or fixate on a nagging feeling that there are responsibilities we must attend to. The timing is inconvenient, as this is one of those occasions where there is never an optimal time for it to land in our laps. We want to be a leader and demonstrate that anything can be handled with compassion and integrity. Yet addressing this issue requires us to put our feelings aside and just get it done, which seems counterintuitive and causes us to feel stretched thin. We worry we might be viewed as uncaring if we handle the matter efficiently, or that we will be seen as too soft if we act from a heart-centered place.